Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. So today we've got a little bit different video. This is an Accucraft sight pusher tool. You can pick these up on Amazon, about $100. So if you change your sights a lot, it's worth the investment. I mean, you can do it with punches and a vise if you need to, but a lot of times you end up scoring up the sights. So I'm gonna give this little thing a try. I've not tried to use it yet, just got it out of the box. Comes with the instructions, which seem to be pretty simple to follow. I've not tried anything with it here. We'll see if we can figure it out together. Now, the gun that I'm going to be using has the most stubborn sights I've ever tried to move before. I've actually tried to move these with just punches and a vise, and I was going to mess the sights up before they were going to move, so I gave up on it. This one does have, there's my little Allen wrench. It has the set screw on the rear, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. But I have these, I've read a lot of people talking about the Gen 1 or Model 1 M&Ps having really stubborn sights, and this is a great example of that because this one most definitely does. So obviously with this, I'm gonna have to take the slide off, put it in here. These screws on the side are going to be what clamps the slide in there this way. And then this screw on the top right here, you can see it spinning in there. That's going to clamp it down this way. And that little barrel is grooved so that your slide can set right in there. So like I said, I haven't done it. We're going to be learning together here. Let me go ahead and take this slide off. Standard field strip style. I'll take the barrel and spring out too. Now let's see if I raise this up far enough. Let me take it a little further. So you just adjust these knobs on top here is what I took that off just a little too far. Maybe not, I may have to do that actually, so. Let me make sure I didn't lose nothing. Looks like I lost a washer. Let me find that real quick. All right guys, so I found my washer. I went ahead, instead of y'all watching me fumble with it, I went ahead and put the slide in here so you can see it's mounted. And you can see this pusher block here. This has square cuts here, and this has rounded. So you can take these screws out, flip that block over if your sights, like Glock sights, have the angled edges to them. You can switch it out for that. So nothing on this is super tight. Everything's just hand tight, snugged in. See our top block here is pushing down. Now I'll say this too. In between this top block, let me show you here what I'm talking about. This round block and this piece of aluminum, this large chunk of aluminum, which this thing's well built, it's super solid. There was a nut here. Well, you gotta use a set screw in this little foot. Take it loose with the wrench they give it to you. Take that foot off, take that nut off so that that foot can go high enough. Because if not, with that in there, the sight was too high, or the pusher block was too high. It wasn't even going to contact the rear sight. So took that nut off. I'm not sure why that's even on there because you can adjust it down, but the nut was keeping it from adjusting up high enough. So it looks like we're lined up. We're going to try to push this rear side off. And to do that, we just crank this handle. So here goes, guys. Let's see. Maybe I can turn it. Well, camera shut off on me, but I caught it before I done anything. So where were we? All right, let's see. Start pushing. Now this has a spring that'll pop out on me if I don't pay attention in the rear. And that is shoving that side out. No problems. Look at that. And it's, I mean, I'm not even putting any strain on it. Awesome. So I'm gonna stop right there because I'm not actually gonna change the sights. I don't have any extra sights with me. But I'm gonna stop right there. You can see it's pretty well out, no problems. I'm gonna stop before that spring pops out. I'm gonna shove this sight back in, and there's alignments here too that's all numbered. So you can line it up, use that to adjust your sight if you need to later on after you shoot it. If you need to adjust a little bit, there's it's metric, looks like. Yeah, there's inches on the top. So I'm gonna just reverse this and see if we can pull it back in that way. I don't see any damage to that sight. Let's see if it'll shove her in as easy as it took it out. Yeah, that is gravy. Gravy train. Oh, I'm gonna like this. This is gonna make life so much easier. I'm just gonna eyeball this close to the center. Awesome. Release the tension. Then I'm gonna release these knobs on the top. Release this on the side. Slide is loose. I found it easier just to go ahead and take these off because it won't really come up high enough to slide it in and out. And I'll show you another feature real quick before I'm done here. Get my washer off. Hopefully try to keep it with me. All right, so you see I used this side to push the rear. This is more, if you can turn the top block around, and this is for the front sight. So say like a 1911 that has that big bushing housing in the front. This has got a small one, but essentially to give you the idea, it's for that to slide down in and then be able to come back so that you can line it up. So use this side for your front. I use this side for the rear just because I had more meat there. You probably use it either way, but that was the way that I did it. And this thing is seriously built like a tank, and it shoved that stubborn M&P sight out, no problem. So, and like I said, you can pick these up for about $100 on Amazon. If you change your sights out a lot, it's definitely worth it. I'm tickled to death to have this thing now and changing sights, so I'm not beating up rear sights with punches, trying to move them or take them out, replace them. That's going to be a super handy tool. Really excited to have it. Let me show you this rear sight real quick. You can see there's no marring on either side. So I don't know what more you could ask for there. That thing performed great and had plenty of horsepower left to shove out even more stubborn sights. So yeah, I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to actually change these sights out with this tool because I've been waiting a little bit to do it just because I didn't want to beat them off there with a sledgehammer. Like I said, I've changed Glock sights with punches, no problem. Those go in and out pretty easy. The M&Ps, for some reason, are super stubborn for me, but not with this little jewel. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And as always, stay tuned.